Speaking of the environment, air pollution poses a deadly health crisis for our world, which is why we need to be able to depend on the factories and businesses around us to be smart and transparent when it comes to their emissions. Today, we hear about the main 6 forms of pollution: CAPS, carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, sulfur oxides, lead, and particulates. But here's the scary truth. There are hundreds of thousands of different chemicals being emitted by local chemical factories and refineries that just aren't being monitored. Well, that's about to change, and it's all thanks to an Israeli company called Atmosfir. Atmosfir has developed a technology to help factories reduce emissions and stay in compliance with local environmental laws by monitoring and measuring the chemicals and compounds that they're emitting.
What's unique about our technology that we can measure dozens of compounds simultaneously with absolute certainty, and we can give the factory also the source of the emissions so we can go and fix the problem before it's become a bigger problem.
But Atmosfir does a lot more than just help refineries stay on track. The Israeli company also helps build trust with the public by making all of its data transparent. That's especially important given some of the shocking statistics coming out of the petrochemical industry.
90% of the emission from the petrochemical industry are not being measured today.
Atmosfir's work is more important than ever nowadays, especially given the recent major changes in U.S. legislation surrounding air pollution. The state of California has just passed a law requiring refineries and factories to measure their emissions much more carefully. In fact, all petroleum refineries in California must now install, operate, and maintain air monitoring systems, not only from within their compounds, but all the way up to the boundaries and fences that separate them from the public. The actual emissions from the petrochemical industry are estimated to be 30 to 100 times higher than what's reported by typical air monitoring models, because a lot of the emissions come out of storage and process facilities in petrochemical factories, and not just out of their chimneys, which have typically been the only source for measurement in the past. Atmosfir offers a unique open-path monitoring system that can actually measure tens of chemical pollutants in very low concentrations, meaning the company can provide the highest level of quality assurance to refineries and the public. Because the sad truth is, if we want to reduce emissions, we have to monitor them